It's Saturday night juggling at the gazebo with Duck. Hey, how you doing? What should we do tonight? The last video was feathers. You missed the feathers, go check it out somewhere. Tonight, I want to do hat tricks with the nice derby. Now, I'm out of practice, and this is Kathy's second least favorite trick, toy. So I'm gonna keep it brief, perhaps. All right, what I do in the shows is I ask people if they know how to put on a hat. Usually you can get a volunteer who's just gonna take the hat and put it on the traditional way that we all know. And then I point out that jugglers like to put their hat on with what we call pizzazz. Woo! There it is. You can spin your hat on, you can spin your hat, you can drop your hat on the ground. Ugh. You can spin the hat off, spin the hat back on. We're way out of practice. Oh. Yeah. There it is. Curly Joe. Mo! All right, so spin it on, spin it off, spin it back on, toss your hat around in the air, cramp quarters. We're gonna go under the leg. We'll try that again. Where did the flexibility go? One more try, one more try. Third time's a charm. What we're gonna do is we're gonna flip it, catch it. Did I say fourth time's a charm? Fourth time's a charm. There it is. Ah, got it. Got it. Still got it. All right. So, different ways to put the hat on. Once you get it down here, you can take it, say, up there. You're gonna, it's been a long time. I don't know if this is gonna work. You're gonna roll it down your arm onto your head. I'm overthinking it. All right, roll it. If you need to get it up there, what you can do is you can take your hat, toss it like that, put it on that way. That's one way. Now, if you want to get it off your head, you come over here, your arm, you roll it down. And that's how it ends up back up here, where you almost, when it's up here, all right. When it's up here, it should roll down your arm onto your head. There's that one. Okay, what else do we have? Okay, this is usually the one I do last, but I think there's another one we're going to go back to. So, and I haven't done this with the long hair. Well, I'm not sure if this will work. All right, we're gonna take the hat, put it behind our back, and we're gonna, oh, almost. Let's try that again. We'll take the hat and roll it. All right, take the hat and almost, I can feel it. All right, here we go. One more try, one more try. Too much wind inside this gazebo, that's what's going on. All right, here we go, here we go. Where's it going now? Oh, it's hitting the hair. Ha, that would do it. Nope, weak. One more try. Ah. All right. Not stopping until I gave it. This used to be my closing trick. We'll count that one. All right, so we did the throwing up to the hand and putting it on that way. We did all the jumping. I think that's enough for the hat tricks. What I wanted to get back into is an old gag that I made when I was in high school, and it had to do with a hat. It was a top hat, not a derby. I think it'll work with the derby. And it was about taking the juggling balls and very simply juggling. I don't know how to do this without. Might have to practice with one. So let's think about this. It's gonna go everywhere. But it would be a simple little thing to do. You're juggling the 3 balls, and you talk about the green and the blue, and then this would end up either on the rim of the hat or on the hat itself. So let's see if I can recreate this. Go back to this ancient trick that I used to do. But, and usually I keep doing this, and then I'll 1, 2. Where's the ball? And what they'll say, what happens next, is remarkable, because no matter which audience you get, they do the same thing. So you're like, wait, can I have a red ball? And they say it's on your hat, or it's on your head. Yeah, that's the first thing that's unprompted. The kids in the audience will yell, "It's on your head." So my response to the audience is, "It's not on my head. I have a hat on my head." And I said, "No, it's behind you." Well, this stage is too small, but in a bigger venue, and these juggling balls are designed not to fall far. So I would know that the stage ball had landed and stayed relatively close to me. So they say, "It's behind you," and I would actually step over it so that, I said, "No, it's not here." And I said, "No, it's behind you again." And you can step back over. You get to play a whole lot like that. It's almost the same every single audience you go to. They just respond the same way. It's behind me. That's what you're supposed to say. Okay, so what I would do is come out on the stage and say, "Oh, we're juggling my favorite red, green, and blue juggling balls, and the green, blue, red. Where'd my red ball go?" I'll say, "It's on your head." "No, there's a hat on my head." "No, it's behind you." "Oh yeah, I'm gonna bring this back. We're doing this. This one's coming back." All right. Ugh. Enough messing around. Oh, I know some of the other tricks. Sometimes I don't know if I can remember how to do it right. So one of the tricks with the hat, well, of course, there's balancing tricks. So if I have like a cigar or a pencil, and this hat came from a tuxedo shop, not a juggling supply. It should be firmer if you're going to do that stuff. So I forget how it goes. Basically, you're playing with the hat, and at some point, I don't know if my arm bends that much. At some point, the hat ends up on your elbow. That doesn't work. Maybe their elbows were shaped like J's. I feel like I'm missing one. So we did all that. Oh, yeah. How's that one go? It's there's a popular thing on the internet now. Let's see. I don't know if I can do it. You take the hat, and what you can do, you take the hat. You can bring the hat down on the hand and just keep Mary Poppins it right into the hat, and then it just comes right back out. There you go. We're gonna close on that. That's enough. Happy Saturday.